Oh my god. Oh my god. We're here. It's time. Oh, hang on a second. Do we make the bed? Chat? Hang on a second. This is very important. Most important part of a tournament. Yeah. We make the bed. Close enough. There we go. We're not a complete degenerate. Look at this. Look at this. We're so pro. So fucking pro. And look at this. An extra blanket. Holy fucking shit. We're amazing. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, close enough. Fuck it. It's good enough. Oh. Are you the goat? Am I the goat? That's a very, very good question. Am I the goat? Ugh. He's alive? Yes, I am alive, in fact. It's crazy. Great job on the best tourney so far. Listen. If it was a bed-making tournament, I'd be pretty fucking mid. Either way, welcome in, everyone. Hope we're all having a good time. First tournament on the for PC on the new rule set. Hopefully it goes a hell of a lot fucking smoother than yesterday. We're just waiting on Starless to get in World. And then we'll be good to go. But how's everyone doing? We're here to mash. We are indeed, A2. Wish I could fill, but no time. No, you're fine. 5. I'm trying to make sure that my net issues aren't persisting next time. Let's see who's here. So we have Bean, who's in the tournament. Hello. Centipede Giraffe. Hello. A2. Deserkin. Blue. Shu, I've already said hello to you. Fuck you. You only get one. Hello. Asus of Astora. Welcome in. Alluvial. I think I already said hi, but whatever. Zdroker. Hello. We're just waiting on Starless to get in. Hey! And Starless is in. I don't believe it. Let's do the unthinkable. Let's take a look at the builds. Wowzers! Look at that. So cool. And the 55 strength from Starless. Who's someone I haven't seen before using that Rogue Years stock. Going to be curious to see how this does in this tournament. Very nice. And Stroker, who's going to be using some shenanigans, no doubt. Tomfoolery, as he usually does, on that strength build as well. 44 end, 59, 18 dex probably, so he has access to Rogue Years as well. Although I forgot what the exact dex requirements are for it. It's a little, it's Int that has the requirement on Rogue Years. It's a little bit funky when it comes to build making, but either way, let's take a look on a 3, 2, 1. Drucker, of course, in red. Starless in blue. The bolt is out. The physics drunk. The screams. There's a little bit of a screaming match going on here as the phalanx is out. That's one HSM, as we are going to see our first little bit of a hit here. Starless here doing a good job of rolling out. Going for that running attack there, actually catching Stroker as we see those block cancels coming in there. As you do see that swap over now. Stroker, of course, is going to be trying to rock a very, very slow match here. Trying to get that extra little bit, but unfortunately, the phalanxes are not going to hit. PSSS and phalanxes aren't terrible, considering the opponent is going to want to be far away from those straight swords anyway. It's a handy tool. When we might see Starless make a little bit of a change here, as we do see that goat skin swaddling cloth, the Whitnick tally going absolute ham here. As we do see that running attack, but the strafe on this latency is quite good. Neither side necessarily able to really hit each other here. In this first to 3, as we do see that nice little bit of a hit. We are going to see Starless take a lot of damage though from those exchanges. Taking a little bit of a half hit there. Are we going to see the tally swaps here to try and get the self-proc there on the tier? We may well do. As we do see one. No, not quite. Almost in tier skip range here. Maybe try and force a half hit to get that extra little bit of HP back, which would be very, very nice as we do see. Which is actually a smart move here from the side of Starless, who might actually try to eat that is also a good option, but Starless is taking a lot of damage here as Stroker is just going to absolute town with that latency here, having an extra little bit of phantom range. Starless doubtless not quite used to it, as we do see a rollout there from the side of Starless on that PSSS L1, which is of course going to be very spooky. And the swap over onto the Windblades. Not sure the interactions on this lat, But it is going to be slightly easier to roll, with the exception of maybe... Oh, the rolling attack there comes out, not quite able to make it. Tries to go for that whiff punish. Into that, getting a hit. We do see Starless on that red feather as well, which is going to be pretty huge. Starless not risking a trade here is going to play this very, very carefully as Stroker is slowly but surely going to try and chip her down with those 140 HP all the way to 1400. 10 times the health, but you know what? The determination is going to be very important here as we swap over onto the Shamshir. Good roll out there from the side of Starless, but unfortunately is going to eat that last one. And the Stroker taking the first stock. Very, very hard fought. Nicely done. GG's, WP's. Re question mark? Well, there is going to be a re because there's still a few more fights to go in this first 2-3 series. Wow. Powerful. The Peruvian net coming in clutch. Is Spinning Slash banned? No, Spinning Slash isn't banned. Not after the LeBron tech has been discovered. I'm going to call it that. It's a particular rollout for... it's a very particular rollout on Spin Slash, which is epic. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Round 2. Stroker 1. Starless, Nihil. I will be curious to see what adaptations we're going to have here as we do see that swap over onto the Shamshir here by the side of Stroker. A Sham mirror? The CS mirrors of old. Definitely something. We're not seeing good usage of the LeBron tech here on the side of Starless. You just try and get that anti-air, but unfortunately it's not going to pan out well as Stroker is just going to elect to roll. Trusting that the lat is going to get those double rolls to function correctly. And we do see them nice spacing here. As we are being apparently sent off to Lost Bastille. You'll love to see it. As there is going to be a whiff punish restored here, ladies and gentlemen. But a little bit of mash here from the side of Starless. Stroker, of course, not electing to go for that Bullgoats tally, possibly not having it on him, which is going to be pretty brutal here, but Starless does, meaning she can tank that second hit pretty nicely. Jump over the top there, not going to land as another jump, but the attempted whiff punish, not going to connect either. But beautiful pre-spacing out there from the side of Starless, who is going to eat another unfathomable amount of damage there. Oh, but the aggression here is going to be punished. Into that, trying to get that backswing is the side of Stroker, who is now an awful lot lower. That Shamshir doing some serious work, but the Phalanx, and unfortunately walking directly back into it here. The Fox? Foe? I have no idea. I can never pronounce it correctly. But Stroker's very close to a tier. There is one tier skip mechanism here that Starless does have access to, and it is simply called a backstab. If she can land a backstab here, that tier will count for Jack Diddley Squat, as that is the tier now gone. 922 on the board. Possibly a parry here to one shot, but is it worth the risk, as we do see some projectile spam here from the side of Stroker. Close match here, even though there's a couple of exchanges still in it. Because again, keep in mind, Stroker does not have access currently to that blue feather. So in one exchange, we could see a jump or two, an R2, or God forbid, a backswing on top of it there. As we're going to see Starless try and keep up that aggro. But that swap over, tries to go for the whip punish here as the side of Starless. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, but the Volcano Pot's keeping that pressure at bay as the backswing comes out. Baiting out a swing there is the side of Starless, but that recovery just a little bit too low as you see Stroker keep going for these swaps over here. Goes for that hit. 650 versus 120 thereabouts. 119 to be precise. Uh-oh. This is down to the wire, folks. As you do see that red feather coming clutch here. Stroker not wanting to walk too close here. We're seeing that kind of very distant spacing here, possibly needing to be a bit closer, trying to take advantage. As you see the swap over onto Cestus. Is this it? As we do see the dead angle there to try and catch the roll to the side. But unfortunately, Stroker's having absolutely none of it. Very, very close here to being put away as that jump attack comes out over the top. Not going to land. Starless here keeping that force pressure. Just staying outside of, as we do see the glintstone craps coming out here. Just try and keep up that little bit of pressure. Stroker trying to rely on that phantom range. But it's not going to count for Jack Diddley Squat. Starless almost taking it back. What a match. Holy moly. Gee. to the G's, my G's. Sheesh. Hang on a second, this is very, very important. Alright. Cool beans. Good matches here. Blue the red. Just waiting for some changes here for the side of Stroker by the looks of things. Alright, folks. We have both of our players in. Ladies and gents, on a 3, 2, 1. Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy. Bolt out. Players looking for that opportunity as we have a bird eye view. The helicopter chilling out. Are we going to see some LeBron tech here against that spin slash is the question, because I don't know on this latency how that interaction actually works. Let the lurkers lurk, Bale, as we are going to see that nice first hit there. Playing off the Gugs here is actually kind of smart because you do have that CR1 to try and force a trade. Jump over the top there. Stroker is going to go for that L1. Not going to land. Oh, there we go. Apparently. There we go. We fixed it. Alright. As we are going to see those running attacks coming through here. Starless is going to pivot! Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Both sides relatively high on HP as we do see that whiff punish attempt there. But that CR1 trying to force that trade, get that extra bit of damage as that R2 is going to come out here. And beautiful spacing here on the side of Starless, trying to get that dead angled running attack just off to try and catch that on the edge of the hitbox. But the rolls, as we do see Starless taking an extra little bit of damage here. Tries to pre-space out that swing, but unfortunately just a little bit too close. Tries to go for that roll catch there. Running attack there to try and follow through. She is poise broken. But the swap over onto Uggs now. Realizing that that's going to be the play here. Are we going to see that rolling attack? No, we do see the fat roll though, which is going to be unfork bestie. Into the trade. Trying to play it very safe here is the side of Starless. But with that health disadvantage, I'm not sure if trades are going to be the play. As you do see Stroker roll out there, going for that two-handed. Trying to go for that little bit of phantom range. Goes for that follow-up. Starless is very, very low here. Is actually worth it to try and stay. Very much trying to stay on that Blessed Do for as long as possible. But elects safely now to go for that blue feather, which is kind of important here. Just so she can take one more trade, maybe even this out. No opportunity now for... No opportunity for a tier skip now as 1000 HP is on the board. Goes for that CR1. And the standing R1 interrupting the Ash of War. Is Starless going to be able to take this? She cannot take a trade. 261 HP on the board. Can she bring it back here? The trades are going to be very, very risky, but Stroker realizes that he can just play for that trade. But he's going to catch her with Phantom and turn her to a ghost. G to the G's, my G's. Stroker takes the W. Well played. The ghosty goops from Kilo. Sorry, I was going to go for the challenge there, but I completely messed up trying to do that too quickly. GG's to both. Both please leave world. It would be epic. Y'all played absolutely amazing. Very, very nice fight from the side of... Well set up. Probably going for... The difference is that you get that nice little bit of poise chip. Which is kind of neato. Just a little bit of poise chip there. I just need to check who's next and log the scores, of course. Alrighty then. Starless is 0. Stroker is 3. Some really freaking good fights, though. Blue Noctara versus Ace is up next. So blue will be blue for a change. Blue, of course, having played yesterday. And again, I'm still deeply apologetic for the other day, for yesterday's tourney. That was... I hopefully have resolved the resolve the technical issues, so hopefully. Yeah, you have poise chip, you have a guaranteed true combo, and if you get the true combo, then you guarantee the poise chip afterwards. So it's just a poise chip setup. It's nice. Alright, assay, blue. I think blue is already in world. I'm just going to ping both anyway. Okie dokie. Why am I reddened? I'll cry. You're not going to be reddened. Jesus! Chill! Now you're blue. Cope. Seethe. Morb. Just need to make sure that assay. Yes, sir. Alright. Good first match. Very, very good first match. Stardust, you played amazing. Are we still morbing? Oh, dirty cup of tea. I also have a very faded Guinness mug. I don't know why it's a toucan, other than you toucan, which is a good bit. Faded. I just got mogged by Enda. Hey, listen, okay? We'll twirl the mustache and we'll make it even worse. How does that sound? Incredible item of Irish culture. It's part of my heritage, okay? It's required. Incredible item or Irish culture. Fuck you. Aha, that was a typo, right? Real. Real and real. More real even. Yeah, we'll just wait for our players to get in. They should be here now in a second. I think it's Assay who's just waiting to get in. I'll see if he's actually connecting. Nope, not yet. Of course it was a typo. Alright, chat. I do need... I would not imply the existence of Irish culture otherwise. True. We do have spaces, by the way, tomorrow, folks, for the intermediate bracket. So if you're interested, do hit me up. Just join the Discord, go to initiate role requests, and you'll get the ping first for our beginners bracket tournaments. Still no plans currently to go for PSN tourneys. And we'll see what happens. Blue Nectar go. And we're just waiting on Assay. Grav Missile still not banned? Not yet, no. It will be banned next week, though, because I'm bringing back the money tourneys. We kind of know what to expect, and that is Assay in World. Or is it Ace? Assay or Ace? Which one do we go with today? But we do have the opportunity to take a look at the builds. Wow. GPness, real. Alright. 58 strength here on the side of Blue Nectar. 13 dexterity. Everything else pretty base and standard. More like based. 60 vigor. And of course, Assay going to be rocking that 60 vig. 37 end. 17 dex, 50 faith. On the double rogue gears. Okay, now I'm curious here how PSTS is on my rule set. Because that insanely fast attack is kind of a little bit dumb. But either way, and both of our players in. Let's crack on with this first round. I'm genuinely interested here to see how PSTS does. As I take a little sip myself, we are going to see Assay here going in for that nice little bit of pressure. Blue Noctara is going to eat an awful lot of damage right off the bat here. Oh my god! That is damage as we see those CR1s managing to get that insane amount of damage. As we do see now that run attack come through here. Beautiful strafe here on the side of Assay. Acing that strafe, one might say. As we do see now both players here chilling. We do see Blue Noctara finally getting a little bit of extra damage here. Being able to abuse the poise, which is quite nice too. But that attack is still insanely fast as we do see the backswing come through here. Assay trying desperately to land that attack as I do see a run attack come through. With that Sacred Blade now coming out. 511 versus 777 plus tier from the side of Assay as we do see some crazy damage. 33 HP on the board. But we are going to see some fiery shenanigans coming out here. No doubt from the side of Assay. But with that incredibly fast attack, he may not need it. He does have the chip that he needs. Of course, Blue Noctara not having the ability to strafe or not knowing that that's strafable is going to be caught With the trousers down, Asse taking the stock. Very, very nice. Yes, Nobles is banned on my current rule set. So I was talking to Bron the other day, and he was thinking about whether or not to just remove certain restrictions, to add certain restrictions on TS, like a sensible human being, or just restrict TSs in general. And me, being the kind of person that absolutely fucking despises conditional rules, I think that it's that's a good option for me personally, to just ban it. TS introduces some very interesting things, along with getting rid of off-rack and a few other things that are pretty problematic in the current meta. The lower power level rule set, I think, is in a decent-ish spot. A couple of things that need to go. We'll look at them next week. I think you might be right, but you'd have to take me out for dinner first. Them's the rules. That's an even trade, I think. That's the equivalent of a brown envelope for me. But either way, we have both of our players in. Asse 1, Blue, Nihil. Allez! As the Screams coming out, getting that immediate punish there on the side of Ace. Another Scream coming out there from Blue, just to try and get that extra little bit of damage. But that off-axe is going to come in pretty clutch. But that jumping L1 is going to come out there to try and get that extra little bit of damage. Which is pretty nice, too. There we go. And there we go. We see that little bit of an mash attempt there, but Blue Noctara is in a position to actually get these punishes. But look at that. The damage from that L1 is absolutely insane. As we do see a rollout now once more. Good. The CR1's coming out there to get that extra bit of damage. Evening this one out to within about 200 HP. But that off-axe is actually going to be pretty clutch in this matchup. Oh, nice. Very, very nicely done. As we do see that run attack come through there to try and get that extra bit of damage. Oh, man. Going for that extra little bit of damage there once more. Both sides relatively even here within about 300 HP of each other as that run R2 is going to land. Asse here being a little bit more careful going for that CR1. It is not going to land. Good roll sire by the side of Blue Noctara there. Or was it a panic? As we do see that mash attempt, but the Halberd's just able to kind of say no into a trade. Very, very nice. I don't know the matchup matrix for PSTS at all. I legitimately don't know. It's a very new setup for me, and I've been kind of out of the loop the last little while people have been experimenting with it. I find it's very strafable. What the Holax does have is the ability to prevent the mash, which is really, really useful. Because PSTS, once it gets its mash on, is spoopy, to say the very least. Very, very spoopy. But having the ability to read, if you can read the R1s, get the strafe on it, and then just mash into them, mwah. Mwah. But it's the damage. The damage of PSTS is kind of nasty. But I don't know what it really looks like. We'd have to see it in motion a little bit more. But either way, both players are in. Let's crack on with the match. Well, hey! The Screams. Rar. Rar! Yet another Scream. But the Sacred Blade just landing a little bit short there. Have to aim up a little bit to count for the drop-off. As we do see now that jump over the top there, but unfortunately the tracking there on the PSTS is just not able to do it. Goes to that run attack there, not great. Into that CR1 there, which is going to be really, really nice to get that extra little bit of damage. And a jump over the jump R2. Blue Noctara almost managed to free aim it off there, as we do see an extra little bit of damage. A little bit of shoot and scoop motions going on here from the side of Asse, who really wants to get in, get that little bit of damage, and then fuck off again. As we do see that rollout now, goes to that run R2, getting it, but the tracking now once more. If Blue Noctara can consistently abuse that tracking, is going to be in a really good spot, but a good read from the side of Blue, managing to get that nice little bit of damage. The off-axe there into that attempted backstab. It's not going to work. The CR1! Blue Noctara has a considerable life lead here, but Asse, if he can find the way to actually get the damage in, could turn this around in an instant. Beautiful pre-space out, managing to punish the off-axe attempt there from the side of Blue. Both sides relatively even here, but the tier still on the side of Blue, who gets a little bit caught off guard there with that funny projectile coming out from Kilo, but the Sacred Blade procking the tier. And that's going to be Ase finally taking the lead here into a little bit of damage. Realizing now he can't stay in. He goes in for that CR1. Is he going to get hit? No, he gets screamed out of it. Screamed out of the air. A hurricane of screams and shouts. Into that CR1. Into the mash. Student of the Saucy Ace. With a bit of a mash. And that's going to be Ase taking the W. Holy Maloney. GG's to both. Very, very nice fight. Alright. Another match done. Blue Noctara in the heel. 3 for Ace. Some say Ase. Now it's going to be Zdroker versus Blue Noctara. So. No, that is not correct. Unfork, bestie. Weekly Fight Night Round Robin Bracket. Wow. There we go. Joker. There we go. I hope I've spelled that correctly. We'll soon find out. All right, let me just add the players. Oh, I did not blue correctly. GG's. Alrighty then. Blue Noctara is going to remain in. Cool beans. Yeah, good match though. That was kind of interesting. It's the the biggest issue that PSTS has is its tracking, and if you can poise the first hit, you can go around for an awful lot of backstab pressure and stuff, which is pretty epic. Pretty epic. All right, we have both of our contestants in. Let's just take a quick peek at the builds. Blue Noctara still sticking to that Hall Axe versus Stroker's Gugs. What seems to be, if I'm unmistaken, is going to be the Offcat, which is pretty epic. So that's pretty nice. I'll have to adjust that overlay at some point in the future. All right. 48 strength versus 58 strength. But, remember, one very important thing. Gugs is going to be trying to play for trade specifically on this latency. And obviously Stroker here is going to be playing off of a little bit of phantom range as well. We're going to see a little bit of damage. Let's see the R1, L1, R1. Goes for another scream there. Blue Noctara moving in for a punish there. But look at that. The trades are going to be the most important part here for Stroker. That's going to be his win condition. Try and force those trades. Maybe play off a little bit of phantom. As we do see another trade come out there from the side of Blue. 1400 to 1600. Not actually that abysmal here, but Blue is getting chipped down slowly but surely. Because not only is he going to get poise chip off of that Katana, he also has the opportunity to go for backswing as well. Oh. Another trade there comes out there for Stroker as we do see the Earthshaker come out. But that whiff is going to cost Blue Noctara pretty horrid, as we do see that scream come out there to try and get that extra little bit of damage. But look at that, the halberd there, reaction traded into a bad time. We are going to see that move in there to try and get that extra little bit of damage, but the trade once more. Blue Noctara not really adapting to the fact that he has to play off to that hand axe to get that hit, roll out then once more, and then he's good to go. That is going to be Zdroker taking the first stock. And that is very much going to be the play here from the South American player. Yeah, it's really neat. 200 milliseconds is crazy. Roll everything, Blue. ERPVP-oids forced to play across region on PC is a very funny experience. The axe to off dag? Yeah, maybe. You don't really get to play off the backswing unless Stroker gets spooked. The off tag here would be absolutely horrific, just simply for the fact that that recovery is really low, especially on this latency. But it would also but it's the problem of trying to play off of the halberd here, which is, I know from my own heart, you just cannot press into it. It's really, really bad. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 in this first of 3 series. The bolt is out. The glug glug glugs onto the Shamshir. What's that jumping attack there? Which I've never understood the idea to go for the jumps. Having access to something with a little bit of poison grease might not be terrible here. Even if on this latency the bolus is unpunishable, having that constant bit of pressure is probably no harm to get positional advantage. Yeah, those jump attacks are not working out here for blue, and I see them used an awful lot. Goes for that running attack there into the backswing, into a little bit of mash. Stroker still electing to not go for bull goats here. Instead electing to go for the run attack tally, I believe. Which is kind of an interesting choice here from the side of Stroker. Oh no, we do see that swap over to the Godskin Swaddling Cloth, which is a much better play. Although I still think not having access to the bull goats here for the extra bit of poise. Although he might actually have the poise limit required. I'm not sure what his boots are. There we go, beautiful punish there from the side of Blue Noctara, who's going to double roll out there once more. Goes for another roll, tries to catch the bit of phantom range there, but look at that jump attack, not able to get the distance that is required, as we see the roll out there to the fire and flames there at the volcano pot. We see Blue Noctara taking a little bit of damage. 1650. Oh, tries to go for that extra bit of pressure, but Blue Noctara is stuck in the corner. Is he going to be able to get out? Goes for that jump over the top there. Run R2. Pressing too many buttons here for not an awful lot of gain. Jump R2 over the top there. Finally managing to land there, evening it out just a smidgen. Good option here, especially on this latency, is to wait out the tier, but we do see the bit of a mash. 789, but Blue Noctara takes a little bit of damage, stuck in the corner. Is he going to go if he commands the run R2? Evening this out, but there we see the self-proc there from the side of Stroker. 1300 HP to 176, we've seen this before. Can the German wait it out? And there's the phalanx, and he's going to be hit from it from Kilo. Not electing to go for the jump. Stroker takes the second stock in this first of 3 series. GG. Good attempt there from the side of Blue Noctara. Yeah, good matches. Despite the latency, the lats are still still pretty messy, but these are some good fights. Some really good fights as we phase through time and space itself. Really nice showing here from the side of both of our players. Let me have a look here. See, give me just a moment, chat. Doing a little bit of admin. Just a smidgen of the admin. Alright. Let's crack on. Once more, folks. Let's see. That should be about 250, I'd imagine. Because I have about 180 to Stroker. It's pretty equivalent to Californian lat, which is hilarious to me. So yeah, 200 to 250, thereabouts. As we are going to see both players now, as I forget to press the button. Goes for a jump over the top there, not quite able to make it. Oh, look at that hit there, managing to get a little bit of damage there, but the spin slash here. Unfortunately, Blue Noctara is still not going for the LeBron James tech. Roll in, roll out. And the spin slash is going to manage to land here again. Tries to go for those staggered R1s to get that extra little bit of damage. Not quite panning out well here. The low recovery here, the Shamshir, is going to come in clutch in this matchup, though, just to make sure that both players can actually get away with bloody murder. Throwing out these attacks. Stroker is currently behind by a little bit of HP, but I spoke too soon, as he's behind now by 20 HP almost exactly. As the spin slash comes out, but going to be double rolled there by the side of Stroker. Jump attack over the top there, but unfortunately going to be spaced out by Stroker once more. Another jump attack there with a run R2, try and get that extra little bit of damage. Another run R2, just try to get the try and cement a lead so he can force some trades and actually win them. As we do see another run R2 come out, but unfortunately Blue Noctara eats another little bit of damage. 1100 to 1700, but that evens out there with the backswing. Both sides relatively even, 780. As we do see the spin slash into a nice little bit of a punish there. Tries to go for the backswing, but is going to be interrupted. 508 HP to 684. Both sides neck and neck. Are we going to see the tally swaps here to try and get that extra bit of HP? We do see the swap over onto the twin bird, but unfortunately Lex against it here, as we do see the spin slash in the corner. But unfortunately, Stroker able to get away with it. As we see another spin slash come out there as a means of getting away. As we see, unfortunately, Blue Noctara's tier is gone. Is he going to go for that little bit of damage? Goes for the parries. But the parries are, I believe, that was going to be Carrion Retail, which I believe is still banned if I'm unmistaken. Let me just double check that I didn't get rid of that ban. So it is going to be on the Phalanx there to try and finish it out into the trade. Let me just double check that rule there real quick. Let's see. The Ashes of War. Carrion Retail is still banned. Why though? Because ERPVP banned parries and I thought it was funny. And I've actually liked the rule in the wind-up because the other parries are harder to get. So I'm keeping it. Alright. Yeah. So GG's. I would have lost anyway. GG's. Yeah, just don't do it again. There are other parries though. Alright. GG's. Well played to both. Let me just do that. So yeah, the original rule was added in as a joke. And then I've just kind of kept it because it kind of did what I wanted it to do. So that's Stroker taking another 3 stocks. Very nicely done. GG's, friend. Wait, what? Stroker, there we go. We fixed it. Alright, now it's going to be Bean versus Starless. Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson himself. Finally coming into the tournament. Absolute pleasure to have you in, sir. Starless. There we go. Excellent. Yeah. Some good matches so far, folks. Let me see. Let me add the players real quick. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a quick tourney, assuming everything doesn't brick again. I like when people try to parry spells. That's something that we may have to look at. The real Bean. The real Mr. Bean. Yes. So we have Starless in the hoose. Excellent. Just waiting now on Mr. Bean. I'm afraid Bean might not be real. He might not be real? What you mean? Oh, no, there's Bean. Look at this, cute little Lionels. Alright, folks, let's take a look at the builds. Looking at this here, it is... What the fuck is he doing? Clean Rod is technically banned. Let me just app Bean real quick. Alright, let me just make sure that Bean actually swaps off of that Clean Rot. And... Alright, we'll see if Bean's able to fix up. He's still on S-Stock. Come on, Bean. There we go. That'll have to do. Alright. Alright, there we go. Actually, I never actually talked about the builds. I was too busy making fun of them. Alright, we have Bean rocking that 66 strength, 14 dexterity, 11 arcane, 29 endurance. And there we have it. Looking at Starless here, 55 strength, 14 dex, 40 end. And that's 60 vigor, both sides. Maxed out on HPs. Both sides are in. And there we go. As we have whatever the hell that is in the off-dag versus the Shamshir. Bean versus Starless, round 1 in our first to 3 series. If there's anyone who could make it work, it's Bean. Bean is an absolutely formidable player. As we do see the ball sack coming out there and trying to land that first hit. The Nox Flail, or whatever the hell it's called. Good roll out there once more as we do see the toggle. The handy tech coming out here from the side of Bean. Using that off dagger here is going to be pretty nasty as we do see that running R1. Good roll out there from the side of Bean. We do see that roll in against the running attack there, the Shamshir. Very, very nice stuff as we do see that running attack into the hyper armor. Starless taking a little bit of damage right off the bat there as Bean resets into a nice little neutral. Trying to play off of that CR1. Managing to get that interrupt there on the side of Starless. Starless, 1956 versus 217 as a jumping attack does in fact land. Bean getting that off dagger there, getting in 1300 into 2100. Starless is down quite far in the health lead here as we do see Bean finally get whiff punished into a backswing there, which is going to land 1600 to 1403, 200 HP in the difference here as the ball sack lands just on the very end. Goes for another one there as Starless is just going to chill just out of distance as Bean is going to be chilling here in neutral. Looking at both players here, running attack comes through as we do see a little bit of stutter steps coming out there, trying to get that, avoiding trying to go for the backswing here, quite wary of that hyper armor ash come through. Running attack comes through there, off dagger there, pretty brutal as we do see the reaction rolls coming out here from the side of Bean, as we do see the interrupt. Starless is going to eat a little bit of damage, 326, basically within off dagger range here, as we do see some nice pre-spacing out there just to deal with that standing R1. Bean here still not having. Jump attack comes out over the top there as we do see that toggle there to try and get that extra little bit of aggression. Maybe go for an off dag there, try and get that extra little bit of damage. Bean going for that CR1. And the ball sack comes out now once more, getting a hit. 80 HP on the board. Swapping over onto that there, and we do see the whiff punish, not electing to keep in the pressure. 800 HP as we do see the CR1 finally land. That's going to be Bean. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself taking the first stock. Formidable player. Is it the Nox Hammer? Is that what that thing's called? I actually have completely forgotten. I've heard it called the ball sack so much. Nox Flowing Hammer, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Nox Flowing Hammer. There we go. Bean is bullying? Yup. That's okay. On the side. As there we have it, both players are now in. Bean with the 1-0 lead. There we have it. And the bolt is out. Starless is going to be going for a physic. Both sides going for their respective physics as we do see those wave dashes to begin the fight here in neutral. Both sides electing for a side mirror here. Going for that slight desync there. Trying to keep that pressure. Goes to that CR1. It's not going to land those. We do see the toggles coming out here from the side of Bean. Just to get that extra little bit of speed boost away so he's non-punishable. Starless going for this nice little bit of a neutral. Bean going for that as we do see the CR1 versus the standing R1 mix. Beautiful showing here from the side of Bean as a run attack comes through there. Bean going for those crouches aways, trying to get that as low a recovery as is humanly possible here. As we do see from a distance here, Bean goes to that standing R1. Are we going to see the backstab on Starless? Brutal stuff here as the off dag tries to go for that nice little bit of a catch there with the off dagger spam. Force a roll, try and get the punish then with the standing R1 as we do see that roll out. Unfortunately, no backstab grab that time there for the side of Bean. Starless is going to be hit now once more. 1900 to 576 into the standing R1 into the backstep. But that is going to be a standing R1 actually managing to get that hit. As we do see the CR1 coming out here. Bean is going to go in for those toggles now once more. As we see Bean take yet more damage. Goes for that stutter step out there expecting the mash. It's not going to happen. As we do see Bean, the spins. The Beyblades of PlayStation envious as they watch these spins coming out here once more. As we do see that CR1 got punished by the jump R1 over the top there. Has to play off of those reads as a standing R1. Could have gone for another standing R1 there just to try and get the catch. Just nipping the heels there of Bean as we do see that run out there, avoiding the run R1 from Starless. Bean doing a really good job here, going for those standing R1s. The standing R1 in response there once more now from the side of Starless, who gets that interrupt, tries to go for the stutter step back. Starless takes more damage, 112 HP versus 724. Too late on that punish though, as you do see the off toggle into off dagger, giving Bean the next stock. GG's. Whew. 2-0 in our first of 3 series. Really nice showing there. Some nice setups. It's nice to see good players. It's nice to see really solid players using some cool stuff as we see the swap over onto Uggs, onto the Beastmaster set here, just to try and get a little bit of extra Just take a quick look here at the changes that Bean has made to his armor set, just so people can see the different optimizations here, as we are going to have yet another Gugs mirror. I'm going to take just a little bit of a drinky myself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gugs off dag in the year of our Lord 2024. The bolt is out, and they're off to the races, folks, as we're going to see the physics. Drinky is a really good idea right about now. So you see that empty jump there coming out now. Bean going for those empty jumps here. Trying to get that catch there is Starless. Good free aim, but unfortunately Bean is just going for those rolls, which we do have to be respected here as we do see some spacing. Good roll out there from the side of that Giant's Hunt. Standing R1 there just to try and get that extra little bit of catch. Change the distance as we do see her. Nice roll from Starless there, who gets another one into a little bit of a vortex here as Bean is going to just sonder his way out. Oh, the pivot from the side of Bean there. Not going to be punished here by the side of Starless. Into that run R1, actually managing to land. Starless is yet to be hit. 1300 HP. Bean managing to be caught there, but just a little bit of damage. We do see that pressure here. Starless is playing very, very patient. Standing R1, trying to change the angle there just a little bit to get that extra hit, but the range is going to come in clutch there for Bean. As another standing R1 gets that interrupt there, as we do see Starless roll out, go for that rolling attack. Are we going to see it? We see the backstab pressure, but unfortunately not able to get anything off of it. 1100 there for Bean, 2300 now for Starless. Starless looks much more comfortable here as we do see that roll in, but the backstab, the strafe. 907 HP, but we do see the giant rock pot interrupted into what seems to be a little bit of a true combo there, as Starless is going to be just kind of chilling, trying to find something. Into that run attack, and Starless takes a stock off of Bean. Impressive, ladies and gentlemen. That is a feat not to be sneezed at. Holy sheesh. Not to be sneezed at. God. Diggity damn. Very, very nice fight. Good shit. Yeah, that was a good mirror. And we see it again. Bean going, take me out once. We'll not have that again. 2-1 in the favor of Starless. As the bolt is out. All players going for the respective buffs here. Bean not going for a physic. Saying, you took me out once there. It's not going to happen again, as we do see some little spins coming out here. Oh, just beautiful spacing here as Bean. And the Giant's Hunt lands! As we see the Beyblades of PlayStation. Envious now once more as the spinners come out here from the side of Bean. Getting that interrupt there. Good reads now from the side of Bean. A little bit of a pivot there from the side of Starless. Taken aback there by the amount of aggression that we're seeing from Bean, who is going to take an extra little bit of damage into that CR1. Into that run R1! Bean is so low right now. What the hell? Are we going to see the physic here from Bean? We do. Finally, at long last, the late physic here. Starless, out of courtesy, allowing it. Oh, and beautiful spacing there on the side of Bean, as we do see that patience here from the side of Starless. But unfortunately, the panic roll finally comes through. Into the trades. Are we going to see it? Backstab pressure comes out now from Starless once more. 1200 HP now. We see that swap over to Red Feather. Will we see the swap over into that crouch R1? Into the other one. The block comes out though. Not electing to go for another one. Trying to reset to neutral here. Play a much slower game. As that run R2 comes out. The greed, but pre-spaced out there by the Bean. Rowan Atkinson takes another stock. G to the G's. Good frickin' fights, folks. Nicely done. So that is going to be Rowan Atkinson taking it in a 3-1. Starless with this very, very solid showing there. And now it's going to be Blue Noctara versus Bean. Yeah, she did really good. Really freaking good. Very, very nice showing. Now, let me just have a quick little bit of admin here, folks, while we wait for people to get in world. Bean is still in blue. There we go. We're good. All right. Yep, we should be good. All right, let's just take a quick peek at the builds, folks. Let's just have a little sneak peek. We are going to see Bean on the PSSS. Heavy nobles, by the looks of things. Straight swords, of course, are a very good means of actually getting some good damage in. And, of course, the classic, almost classic matchup here between Hall Axe. Oh, that is going to be a thing that I'm going to need to fix probably in a second. Let me just actually check that real quick. You know, it is working. All right, so it's going to be the 58 strength versus 66 strength. PSSS versus Hall Axe. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, blue is going to be red this time. Confusing matters. That's okay. As we just see the bolt out now at long last. Both sides going for their respective physics. The bolt double lightning grease here to get that extra little bit of damage. As we do see some beautiful pre-spacing out here. As we do see that L1, R1 goes for the backswing attempt there just in case Bean tried to overextend into it. Not sure why he would as he takes another little bit of damage. Look at this here. The pot is out, but the poison is going to go through. And we see another poison pot coming out here. Blue may go for the bolus this time, and which he does. The poop pots, of course, being a Marco Veso favorite. Jump over the top there once more. We do see it. Look at that. The PSSS in the corner there. Pretty nasty. L1, R1. And there we go. Bean is taking a little bit of extra damage here. Backswing into the off-axe spam. Goes for that follow-up now once more. Bean here is quite low, but we may see beautiful JL1 coming out there from the side of Bean, who goes for that whiff punish attempt there once more. Blue Knight Tower is quite low. Bean chilling here in that neutral. Taking that nice little bit of a roar out there now once more. Bean taking an awful lot of damage. There we go. Going for another one. Beautiful strafe there from the side of Bean, who's evening this one out relatively quickly. Into that L1. Beautiful strafe though from the side of Bean right off the bat. As we see both of them, the scream there just to try and get that bit of pressure off. And the off-axe coming in clutch, 184. Tries to go for that bit of pressure there off of the halberd. Another scream comes out. And neutral has developed, folks. And a little bit of pre-spacing out there against the off-axe is going to be coming clutch as Bean expects the backswing. It's not going to happen. Bean chilling just out of distance. As we see those toggles, the scream. Oh, and the jump over. Both sides neck and neck now. 200 HP. We're about 2 off-axe hits away here from death. There's a jump R2 over the top there. Into the halberd standing R1. Blue Knight Tower is getting very predictable. We see that off-axe there trying to bait in a little bit of aggression. Tries to go for that jump now once more. But that is going to be Bean with the 100 HP taking the first win. Bean on the scorecard once more. GG's. That hitbox up, but damn close. Elden Ring works in mysterious ways, ladies and gentlemen. Mysterious, mysterious ways. I wouldn't lose too much sleep over it. You see Blue here getting those swaps over. Hello, Vibav. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but welcome in. Just catching up on chat. Alright, boys and girls, we have both of our players in. The healthy ways? Not a clue. But either way, we have both of our players in. Bolt is out. Match 2. Round 2 of our first to 3 series. As we do see both players now going for their respective buffs. We do have Rogue Ears on the side of Bean. The off-axe comes out now once more. We do see that poke coming through here. The off-axe is the superior option here, I would say, as we do see that off... Toggle. Goes for that R2, but unfortunately it's not going to land here as Blue's taking an awful lot of damage. And there the running attacks come through here. Oh, look at that there. The backstep there is going to eat that little bit of damage. Blue not playing for strafes here, not trusting the free aims here off of Bean. All we need here is a little bit of a jitter. Oh, nice roll out there from the side of Blue Noctara, who is immediately going over to Red Feather. Not quite sure why. Goes for that running attack there, and look at that strafe there from Bean now once more, getting that nice little bit of chip damage. As you see that toggle coming out there, that poise chip finally counting for something, into a standing R1, into that free aimed halberd there once more, just aiming down. As we do see that standing R1, Blue Noctara pressured into the far corner. Looking at that there, we do see the rollout there from the side of Bean, who is going to get that interrupt there, aim down there just to try and get that extra little bit of damage. But Blue Noctara managing to go for that strafe, catching Bean with the strafe! Straight out of DS3. And the poopy pot coming in there to get that extra little bit of damage. Blue Noctara is now on a timer. He has to go for the aggression now, but that's CR1. I'm getting scared watching this, lads. That pressure from Bean is utterly insane. Catching Blue Noctara, under normal circumstances, you go for that counter pressure just to get that little bit of that damage, but holy sheesh. And Alluvial, thank you so much for the gifted sub earlier on. I'm only just after noticing it. My apologies. Thank you so much. And that's going to be Bean taking the second stock here in terrifying fashion. On match point now once more. Is anyone going to be able to take down Bean in this bracket? Remains to be seen. As we are going to move on. As we peer over the parapet and then through it. To take just a little bit of a glance here, as we do see the Nox Hammer out now once more, but that hyper armor coming in clutch here. Me, when the armor is hyper, tries to go for that backstab. The ravioli. Give me backstabioli. As we do see that CR1 coming out now. Blue is taking damage right off the bat here. Bean swapping tallies here. Has taken a little bit of damage as that off. Rogue Gears doing a little bit of work here to that standing R1, but look at that, calling out the L1 R1, getting that strafe out. But Blue Noctara, smarter than your average bear, and actually manages to get the punish there on that Nox Hammer. Oh, onto the finger. Going for that toggle. The off-stock here doing a great job. But look at that, the aim down there just in case that roll away tries to go for that backswing. It's not going to work out. Being here looking for that, looking for the finger. Getting that interrupt here. Blue Noctara is going ham, but is going to get flicked away. And that is going to be Bean not losing a stock here. That's going to be Blue Noctara taking a stock off of Bean. Not an easy task. Even in a setup disadvantage, not easy. God damn. God damn. Blue, my favorite red? Yes, agreed. I do it for the fans. I do it for the fans, folks. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have both of our players in. And the bolt is out. As I've taken just a little bit of a chug. Oh my god. Repeating crossbow. The Avalon, my beloved. What is Bean doing? As we see the swap over what seems to be onto Shamshir. We did see the swap for a second. No damage or swings were made with it. It was just we'll call it a mistake. Standing R1s. As you do see that standing R1 there, getting a little bit of damage. However, the halberd is going to actually connect there. Being going for those running attacks there once more. As we do see now that pivot there in neutral, but it's not going to matter all that much. As we do see that running attack, Bean is going to roll that spinning slash on that Shamshir, which is of course the best choice. But Blue Noctara not electing to go for the Brontech. Go for that roll out, roll in shenanigans, as we do see now. That standing R1 coming out here. Good, nice little bit of pressure there. As we do see the goatskin swaddling cloth here. One of the best talismans in this game. Going for that nice little bit of extra HP. But unfortunately, Bean is going to be hit. As we do see that off-axe coming in clutch. And you see the screams coming out here. Jump over the top there from the side of Bean. Into that jump R2 there from over the top there once more. Tries to go for the staggered R1 to get the roll catch. But unfortunately not going to happen. Jump over the top there. Into a nice little bit of pressure. Uh-oh. We see that reset into neutral now as both sides are kind of feeling each other out. But the blue going to be drank. And Blue Noctara getting a little bit of a punish there into his screen there to get that extra little bit. We see that toggle over now once more. Jump over the top there as we are going to see Bean take a little bit of damage. But look at that, the backswing. Getting an extra little bit of chip right off the bat here. Bean's going to roll out there once more, expecting that other swing move in for that punish, but the Shamshir, the sheer audacity of this man. And the spin slash now once more. The screams into that standing R1. Tries to go for a follow-up, but it's not quite there. Blue Noctara is playing this so carefully, but he has to. He's nearly dead. He's back swung. And it's Jover. Gee. Jeez. That is going to be Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself, taking the stock. Blue Noctara in shambles. The 3-1. Still taking a stock off of Bean is not an easy task. Blue Noctara 1, Bean just a little bit low. Now it's going to be Assay versus Stroker. Special thank you for Assay for plugging my tournaments earlier. Y'all are amazing. Anyone who has been plugging, I've seen Takuman as well, being very kind. All of y'all are amazing. Alright. Let's get Stroker, who is in world. Get this show on the road, folks. There we go. Good job, good job. Well played all. Y'all are amazing. Alright. How are we all doing, folks? Hope everyone's enjoying the tourney so far. Some really hype matches. It's been actually quite nice. Nice to see the rule set. Have a little bit of variety in it as well. The one thing I will be looking at in future is Shamshir. Just because of the relative balance of the rule set. Given that TS is now pretty badly nerfed. Fists have been kind of nerfed. That's kind of one of the things that's on the list of things to watch. And if I can avoid banning any more stuff, that would be nice. But I also want to minimize the amount of restrictions we have. Because the rule set currently is also quite bloated, so I want to try and take a look at that in future. So if there's any feedback, if anyone has any advice, please do feel free to let me know. That would be epic. On your thoughts. Right, we'd see Assay now in the world. Starman versus Assay. Nicely done, nicely done. Advice for what? Just on the relative balance of the rule set. I'm always keen for feedback. There's a few things I have my eye on currently. Some of them are funny enough to leave in. Ban whatever wins. True! True! Yeah. Grand Band Grav Missile. Yeah, that's the next thing on the list that's going. Unfortunately. It's been a good run. It's been funny. It's been very funny. But either way, we do have both of our players in. Let's just take a look at Ase, who's going to be rocking that PS Rogears power stance. 50 faith, 14 strength, 37 endurance on the Jarhead tally. And obviously looking at this Stroker on the 48 strength, 44 end, 59 vig. And just a little bit of dexterity. Alright folks, crack on. Let's go. And there we go. I'm just shy there of getting that punish there. But we do see the extra buff. Oh my lord. I have never seen that consumable used in a tourney. That is actually quite funny. As we see the PSSS into the PSTS. Not quite able to land there. We do see the attempt to trade there, but the PSSS is just able to swat it aside. Good tally swaps there from the side of Ase. Almost able to get those hits in as we do see that CR1 coming out there. Had an opportunity to get some more damage, but Stroker is just able to go, nah fam, get that out of there. PSTS, of course, having absolutely abominable frame data. That thing looks like a war crime on paper, but with poor tracking and a somewhat predictable playstyle, we'll see what the PSSS is able to do into it. As we do see the L1 chain coming out there, but unfortunately he's going to trade Ase quite far behind here. Are we going to see the Saucy Ace tech of just mashing it in neutral and hoping that you're able to get out-trade your opponent? With the health disadvantage here, it's not quite a certainty. We do see the wall bounce there from the side of Ase, who tries to go for that setup there. But unfortunately, Zroker is able to tank it just a little bit as we do see that running attack come through there, evening this out, 1600 to 850. Oh, nice little bit of damage there is Stroker. While still having tier, he's going to have to play this very carefully as that projectile. Oh my god, the latency. Oh, we do see a little bit of extra damage there. Looking at this here, Ase here, going for that rollout now once more. Playing this very, very carefully here because both sides do kind of want to play for trades here. PSTS, of course, doing insane amounts of damage. As that we do see the HSM wannabe going for the GS. We do see a... Oh my god, as we do see now punished for using that. That's hysterical. That's very, very freaking funny. Stroker taking the stock. I remember they nerfed that. Obviously, they did make a slight nerf. I can't remember. I remember doing testing with Amy and a few other people. And there was, I think it was actually Good Day and Amy. Claymore is my main! There was, I remember doing slight testing and we couldn't tell what the nerf actually did. So that's pretty funny. Alright, either way, we have both of our players in. Stroker won in our first of 3 series. Ase in the heel. Oh, nice little bit of damage right off the bat here, which is going to be pretty useful, all things considered, in this matchup. Once he's able to get a life advantage here, he can risk going for a trade, as the affinity at home is not able to get any damage off. As we do see the Sacred Blade coming out now once more. Good rolls there coming out now from the side of Ase, who's going to go for that little bit of chip damage here. Good roll so from the side of Stroker. That R2 is going to come out. Beautiful. Really nice stuff as we do see the mash, but unfortunately the saucy tech requires a deep understanding. You have to be a very, very high IQ to understand saucy tech of L1 spam and neutral, especially with the abysmal tracking here on PSTS, as we do see some more rollouts there. Electing to potentially go for that wall bounce, but unfortunately that CR1 is going to come out there and once more from the side of Stroker, who is going to go for that Volcano Pot just to alleviate the pressure just a little bit. As Acid takes a little bit of damage. That trade comes through here. Not sure quite who won it. Acid here has lost that life advantage, which is going to be pretty brutal here. But we do see a little bit of chip. On those rollouts, I think we do have the opportunity here as the Godskin Swaddling Cloth is going to come out here from the side of Asse as that jump L1 comes out. Asse chilling out here in neutral, looking for an opportunity to come in. We do see that Sacred Blade, unfortunately, not able to land on Stroker, as it just seemed that it was desynced on our stream and our screens. Stroker is going to be punished here. 922 versus 1500. Asse with the life disadvantage, not going to be able to play for those trades and potentially win them, as we do see that rollout there from the side of Asse. Looking at this here, not able to win the lap matchup here, as we do see now a trade 1300 to 564. Asse's major win condition here has now failed him, but we do see the ability now to go for that. Well, the tier has been procced beforehand. Would have been a nice opportunity here. Goes for that rollout now once more. And we do see that nice little bit of damage into the L1 spam. But unfortunately, Stroker is not going to be around long enough to walk into it. The end tech not quite working out. As we do see Stroker go for that R2, which is not going to land. Asse here, chilling out in that neutral. Looking for an opportunity to get in. Are we going to see Asse try and just chill here in neutral, wait out the tier? The match has gone on almost long enough to be able to do it. We do see that empty jump force in the rollout there from the side of Stroker. But there we have it. The Phalanx is not going to hit. We do see it out now once more. Into that bit of spam. Oh, but that's some serious damage here. Stroker and Asse are very, very close here. But still the life advantage in the favor of Stroker. Looking at this here, we're going to see Asse quite low now. Oh, that is brutal. Into the L1. 137. Tries to go for that Sacred Blade to try and even it out just a little bit more. As that projectile is not going to land. Baiting out there a little bit of a press. Caught in menus! With the tracking of PSTS. Unfortunately, gives Stroker another win there. GG's. Now, PSTS is interesting. I don't quite know how to feel about it right now. I'm still very much on the fence about it. Because on paper it's quite strong, but with how strafable it is, I'm not entirely certain. The front-ended poise damage is also a bit of an issue. But again, once you're able to poise tank that first hit, it kind of gives you the freedom to do an awful lot of things. I'd have to check the actual... I have to actually use the setup for a little bit one of these days. Just to try and get a better grasp. Because again, that very, very fast CL1 is very, very nasty. But when it doesn't guarantee poise break, I don't know. What's up, I love you? How goes it? Hope all is well. It's on the list of things to look at. But either way, we have both of our players in. And the match point for Stroker, our first of 3 series, but no points to Asse. There we go. Bolts out. Physics drank. And he elects to go. Unfork bestie. Alright. As opposed to fighting the latency, he is going to elect to drink bleach. You hate to see it. Literally in a video game. Alright. That is the match. There we go. 0 to 3 in favor of Stroker. GG's though. GG's. I'll play it. You're up to 3. It turns out it was the wrong item. Why do people have that on their bar? Why? Oh my god. I'll have to fight Stroker after this to see what everyone's complaining about. God damn. Stroker, after the tourney, we'll do like a best of 5. Alright, either way, it is going to be Bean versus Assay next. So we'll keep Assay in blue, Bean in red. As we fly through this tournament. What only playing Seamless does to a motherfucker. Alright. Let us crack on with the rest of the event. So Bean versus Assay. Well, technically speaking, I do offer the opportunity for people to do it. Alright. Let me just very quickly get some admin stuff out of the way. Assay versus Bean. To be able to fight Intercontinental. I've fought with Stroker and the bunch of the SA a lot. I'm actually very fond of them. They're a funny they're a funny crew. Very, very funny crew. Oh, and just as a reminder to everyone, the intermediate and beginners bracket is tomorrow. So if you haven't won a tourney before, or your last top 2 position was like 2 years ago, do let me know. And we can hook you up for PC. Still no plans currently to do a PSN version. So if you're interested, please do join. And let me just have a quick look and see, is there anything else? PSN tourney will be every Tuesday. PC Fight Night, obviously every Wednesday, and every Thursday we'll hopefully be doing some kind of a funky bracket as we're starting to run low on beginners. But yeah, if you're a beginner and you're interested in joining these tourneys, do please join the Discord. If you're interested in trying out the tournament scene, we're not that scary, trust. Believe me, despite our best efforts. Yeah, Bean is there. Honorable Assay. There we go. No, not likely. Bean is far too good. No, Bean's a consistent contender for FOC winner. The fuck winner. I'm just waiting for Assay to get in World. He might be just taking a quick break. Oh, there he is. PSTS into double shunter. The honest double shunter. Alright, let's just take a quick peek at the builds then. I'm guessing most people are sticking to the builds they've decided to rock. PS Rogue Gears on that Faith build. From the side of Assay, that 50 Faith. 17 Dex, 14 Strength, and 37 Endurance. On a remarkable fashion. Versus Bean, who's going to be rocking that 44 End. 56 Strength. No friends here, I'm afraid, Atlas. Should join the intermediate bracket tomorrow, Atlas. I think you'd be a good fit, bestie. Why not, my friend? Because all PvPers hate each other. Grrr! Alright, either way, we have both of our players in. Alright! Ladies and gentlemen, before we get too distracted, Bolt is out. Trying to get that extra little bit of damage right off the bat. Bean is electing to go for pressure right off the back. Alright. We go see those standing R1s. But look at that. The L1's coming through here. And Bean takes an awful lot of damage. As you do see that reset into neutral here. But the PSGS doing some funny business. As standing R1 just not able to make it here, as Asse has taken a lot of damage from those exchanges. Oh, but there we go. Looking at that there, the stagger steps into some pretty serious damage, as Asse is taking yet more damage into that little bit of a vortex, making this shit look easy as the side of Bean, as the standing R1 trying to get that strafe. Is it going to work out though, as we do see that reset in neutral, managing to get that little bit of damage, jump R1 right over the top into the attempted trade there. And there we go. And Atlas, we've opened it up to intermediates as well. Faraday's in the frickin' tournament. So, you're more than welcome in. I've opened the intermediate beginners into... Opened it up just because I can't fill now at the moment. So, you should probably join Atlas. That's not a slight or anything like that. It's just you'd be a good fit. And if you win... You've 2 wins. If you've no row, you'll probably get the tag that means you can't enter future ones. So, yeah. Yeah, Honest Faraday. He hasn't played in fucking forever. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have both players in. Bean takes the first stock here, which I do need to make note of, because I'm a silly goober getting distracted by the shitters in chat. Ladies and gents, let's go. There we have it. The bolt is out. The physics drunk. The blade having a couple of Hail Marys thrown onto it. And there we go for that empty jump here. As Asse is going to play a very, very careful game, trying to find an opportunity to get in. Looking at this here, we do see those little wave dashes here in neutral from the side of both of them, but that overextension there from the side of Asse going to be punished, as we do see a lot of Vortex, the roll catches here. Oh, there we go. The saucy ace tech comes out as we mash in neutral. We do see that reset there. The panic rolls here into that standing R1. We do see Bean go for another standing R1 into that L1 there. Getting some really nice damage off here. Into the backstab grab! What? Bean is absolutely dominating here, as we do see that PSTS do its wicked work. Oh, but the trade! Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Ain't gonna fool me 3 times. Holy moly. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson being a little bit pro. 2-0. God damn. Nice showing here from the side of Bean. But yeah, do consider it, Atlas. It'd be nice to have you in. Alright. Round 3 of our first to 3 series. As we peer through the parapet once more. The bolt is out. The players' knives are thrown. The Lord's Prayer applied to that row gears, or thou our Father, depending on your denomination. Both players now chilling out. Looking at that here, Asse playing a much more careful game here. See that swap over onto red and blue. As we do see the runarounds in neutral. What is he doing? And the Nox Hammer comes out to finally get the punish. Not quite sure what Asse is doing here. And we do see that L1's coming out here. Goes from good rollout there. But that JL1 comes out there from the power stance shunters. And a shunter must shunt. We do see that Sacred Blade come out, but the R2 lands! Asse is having a bit of a hard time of it here. And you see that roll coming out now from the side of Asse. Good roll once more from that jumping L1. Tries to go for the jump there once more into that little bit of a mash. Not sure if he has the opportunity to go for the full chain. As we do see that attempted whiff punish there with the CR1 on the shunter. Bean kind of not sure what's going on here, and I have to say I'm not quite certain myself. Into that run, R2. Getting another little bit of damage off. The tracking there being abused once more as we do see that wall bounce. But the backstab off the jump takes the W. Bean, Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself, showing why he is considered as good as he is. Very nicely done. 3-0 in the favor of Bean. Has Bean dropped a stock so far this tourney? No. No, he dropped one to Blue Noctara, and I believe he dropped one to Starless as well. GG's to both. GG's to both. And I see some handshakes being attempted to be arranged currently in chat. Oh me, oh my. But either way, let's get this next match on the road. It is going to be Starless versus Blue. Starless. There we go. Rightio. Starless is in. We just at Blue Noctara. She should be in now in just a moment. Oh, no, never mind. It's Blue Noctara. One match in that lat and I lose all will to play the game. It's funny what happens when you fight Peru, isn't it, Ase? Stroker, after the tournament, you want to have a go? If you're down, because it looks like we're flying through this tourney so far. What are we? It looks like we'll be finishing the main bracket in like 2 hours. Assuming nothing goes horribly wrong. Alright. Both players are in. Let's just take a quick peek at the builds. Obviously, Starless is going to be sticking to that 55 strength. Dexterity 14. Endurance 40. Vigor 60. Blue Noctara 60 Vig. 58 strength. Whole Axe versus Shamshir. The classic. The new classic. Alright. Let's crack on now with this round 1. For our first of 3 series. Glug, glug, glug. Starless here. Is going to dodge the harpoon. Is going to roll out that bestial roar. And in this here, we are going to see both players going for that nice little bit of a even match. We see these little waggles here in neutral as that Orphax is going to try and get that nice little bit of damage. Blue Noctara goes for a jump away there, not quite able to make it. Has another run attack there. The free aim there just to try and get the run by. Good rollout. That Orphax comes out now once more. Another running attack comes out there, but unfortunately the wall bounce is going to save any attempt at a punish we were going to see from the side of Starless. Good rollout now once more. Good rollout now once more. Tries to go for that attempted strafe there, but it's and the backstab attempt, but it just didn't quite pan out there for Starless. There we go. We are going to see some really nice stuff. Standing R1 goes for that. Jump R1 comes out over the top. Tries to go for that, but the L1 R1 true combo. That run by there is really nice here from the side of Starless and sets up quite nicely for the backswing as well, but compromising a little bit of positioning. Goes for that backswing, and that's going to be Starless taking the stock. Beautiful showing. Can we maybe just chill a little bit in chat, lads? Just a smidgen. Yeah, let's not do that real quick, lads. Let's kindly not. Just a smidgen. Not least of people who aren't here to defend themselves or otherwise. For the love of God. The game is very different on latency. I don't think that's arguable at all. But you met it in bracket. You signed up for an open bracket tourney. If you're going to complain about it, don't enter next time, quite frankly. But either way, we have both of our players in and ready to go. And the bolt is out as... That is out in there once more. Looking at this, we are going to see both players chilling out. Going for that L1, goes for that. The TS here into Halberd is going to make it a messy matchup, but I'm curious as to how Rogue Gears is going to affect it, as we do see that attempted roll catch, which is not quite going to go through. As another roar comes out, but Blue Noctera not actually managing to go for the flask. Goes for that. The runouts come out now once more. Another scream comes out there into another one. Into that off-axe. Standing R1. Onto that L1. Tries to go for that punish there as Starless, but the Rogue Gears is just that little bit too short. Managing to get pretty badly punished here. Could have elected to go for the rolling R1 there to try and get that punish. Ah, beautiful spacing though here from the side of Starless. Into that trade. The off-axe coming out here. Good rollouts coming out now once more. Good rollout now once more. And there we have it. Both sides neck and neck here, folks. 932 to 1100. Beautiful spacing here on the side of Starless. Trying to set up for that R2. Just to get that extra little bit of damage on the approach here. Lucky she wasn't punished for it, though. I see that run R1 come out there. Beautiful whiff punish comes out. Starless electing to worry about that, but as the R2 comes out, almost managing to pre-space out that off-axe as the jump R2 comes out. Starless there, evening this one out to within 100 HP. Tries to go for that CR1 there on the attempt to pressure. Used to much higher range, as the Rogue Gears here is doing a decent job. And that kick flip here, both sides neck and neck. As the scream comes through, managing to catch Noctera. Solo here as Noctera goes for a scream all of his own. The bestial roars. The roar X3s coming out here from the side of blue. As they rage against the dying of the light. And both of them trade. No, they don't. Starless takes more damage. Whiff there from the side of blue Noctera. As you see that swap over onto red Tally. The red feather here possibly forcing a one-shot. Not willing to go for the strafes here is the side of Starless. Just a bit far out there for that CR1. An empty jump there to try and bait something for blue. And that standing R1 takes it. Starless 2-0 in this first to 3 series. Very, very close round. Jeez. If I roared, would you uwu or X3? We see the uwu, but I'm curious. As Blue Noctera wishing he had Flaming Strike. Oops. Sorry, wrong button, folks. For sure, that is so based, Zesty. Alright. Starless is playing very, very well, and Blue is also having to work it out. I've fought Estoc on this matchup, and it's a little bit of a zesty fruit. Alright, either way, we crack on with the rest of the tourney. As we do see the roars coming out here from the side of Blue Noctara. Stagger steps coming out now left and right. Sorry! As we see that beautiful pre-space out comes out there from the side of Starless. Getting that nice little bit of a punish. Jesus Christ. And the off-dag mash comes out here. Showing why off-dagger is probably one of the best setups in the game. As we do see that rollout now once more. The stagger steps here in neutral. Both sides playing a very patient game. But unfortunately that Halberd is going to get that interrupt there. The aim down from Starless not quite working out. But look at that spacing. Getting that dagger punish here. Giving that health lead to Starless an awful lot more. The off-axe does have prio on an awful lot of things. But that off-dag has such low recovery. It's pretty insane. And that run R1, but unfortunately it's not going to quite work out. The aim down there from Starless. And a slight free aim as well, just to make sure that the strafe wasn't going to work. Really nice play here from the side of Starless, who is going to be caught in menus for a second. Blue Natara missing an opportunity to get a punish there. Standing R1. Going for that extra little bit. Blue Natara getting punished there. And that attempted desync attempt as well, just to try and get that extra hit. Waiting for that off-axe there is the side of Starless playing a very, very cautious game, not taking many risks. She may have to at some point to risk it for the biscuit. Into that desync to R1. Into that standing R1. Sending Blue Noctara into a loading screen. GG's from the side of Starless. Very, very nice fight. That is going to be a 3-0 sweep. Wait, what is going on? Here we go. GG's. The puppy arc, the puppy girl arc never started, alright? This is slander. Absolute slander. I swear to God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, who's up next? It is going to be Starless versus Asse. It will never start. Jesus. I can't go anywhere with you lot. Jesus Christ. Asse versus Starless. Yep. Just make sure everything is good. There's Starless. Nice. Alright, we've it fixed up. Let me just add Asse real quick. Alright, we're in plenty of time. Alright. Yeah, we're flying through this bracket. We'll probably be done in about... What? What is going on? Hang on a second. I need to... What are you doing, Starless? Do it again. Do it again. I need to see this. What was she at? Oh, there's Asse. Never mind. She can't hear us. That sucks. You hate to see it. Alright, well we do have Asse in the world. Let me get that fixed up. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just take a quick peek at the builds once more. Starless staying on that 55 strength build. Asse staying on the 50 faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Let's crack on now with the rest of the tourney. Both players are sticking to what they know. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do. As the bolt is out. Physics are drunk. Oh, getting that nice interrupt here. And that interrupt again. But Starless has taken an awful lot of damage from that one hit. What the hell? What on earth? What? What is the setup? Jesus! Oh my god, that damage! What the hell? Oh, Elden Ring, never change. I remember, okay. Alright, we'll go back to properly casting in a minute, folks. I remember fighting Saucy. On power stance carrions, and this dude hit me, and I think he 3 or 4 shot me, and I was like, oh, I can't out-trade that. I guess we don't trade with that then. Jesus. Holy shit. Alright, well, Asset takes the first stock. Alright, okay, we gathered our composure. Serious Elden Ring. Nom 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 nom. As we are going to move on to the next round. Essay 1. Starless Nihil in our first 3 series. As we are going to see now, neither side able to get some early damage off now. We do see the interrupt there. Interesting to see the difference in damage here, as we are going to see Starless here going for these trades here, and the front end of poise is going to be very, very nasty. Goes for that jump R1 to try and initiate the fight here, which is not going to happen. And there we go. Looking at that, there we are going to see the trades coming through. Ase is not winning them, as Starless is just playing this good old-fashioned shoot and scoot setup. As we do see now that void out there, as Ase is going to come out now and just continue mashing. Oh my god, she eats that last hit. Goes for that run R2 there. We do see that CR1 coming out there to try and get that extra bit of damage. What a tournament, as we are going to see now. That little bit of a mash. Trading with the first hit here from the side of Starless is actually a pretty good play here, as we see the tally swaps over now. We do see the blue feather on the side of both of them. Oh no, but the mash! Thinking a little bit of greed called her out there in the end. Listen. We have the overlays. We have the means. We might as well just with a tired sigh accept reality and just carry on. But either way, we do have both of our players in, ladies and gents. Both are ready to go. And the bolt is out. As we do see some immediate damage right off the bat there on Starless, which is going to be incredibly advantageous here for the side of Ase, as we do have that blue feather slowly but surely get that HP pool up, as we do see the interrupts coming out. But Starless is eating an awful lot of damage to start off. Careful now about going for the full L1 chain. An awful lot of people don't know to go for strafes against this setup, just to guarantee that you have that one bit, you have that one trade. No, the rollouts there into that rolling. There we go. Starless has found the spacing, but unfortunately it gets caught by the end of it. Oh, Ase is fat rolling, and there's the strafe. But my god, Starless has taken an awful lot of damage. Did he just do it again? What an idiot. Ase, take it off your bar! What the hell? Starless takes the round. No, I think that's a mistake. He has it somewhere close to some consumable he's using. I'm so confused. Well. He's swapping he's swapping some consumable and it's hitting him. Go out with honor, ladies and gentlemen. Go out with honor. Alright! We have both of our players in and ready to go. Oh. Oh, never mind. She used the consumable a bit early. Assay, we'll call that out. She had pressed it just as soon as I had pressed the button, so we're good. Alright. No, you're good. Alright. Now we're good to go. As we do see a couple of Hail Marys thrown out there. A little bit of an Our Father. And there we have it, the punish. Right off the bat there from the side of Starless. Into that kick flip, which is nice. Into a little bit of a trade once more. Starless does currently have the health lead. But we've seen how quickly that can change. Another punish here. Another trade there. That is going to be the... Oh, that was nasty. And there we have it. Finally finding the spacing there against it. Starless taking another stock. 2-2. And we are on match point. Force him into another one again. Exactly. Exactly. Alright. Oh. Yeah, once you finally find the punishment window. But it is kind of frustrating that you have to do so much more work against PSTS comparatively. It's pretty wild. Yawning or Chewbacca commentary again? Hey, listen, I'm not... I woke up early for this, okay? And I have to wake up early again tomorrow. But at least my sleeping schedule is vaguely put together. And there we have it. The L1's coming out there, getting some really good damage against Starless. Oh, that run R2 was really nice there from the side of Starless. But Assay is just on the periphery still. Getting that interrupt there. Starless reckoning there that not the play, but the hitbox porn that comes out as Starless takes yet more damage. Oh no, that damage is surreal. Starless getting a little bit greedy here as we see that swap over. That trade was unfortunate, bestie. 209. What is he doing? Bro, there's no way. No, that's the round for Starless. Bro. There ain't no shot. 2-3. What? Well, if you wait long enough, it will happen. You can prevent it by forcing a backstab, hilariously enough. But why would you? It's a free round. So, I don't know. Either way. He has to have. There's no way. Just memeing, I'm guessing. It seems that way. Alright, well, either way, we have Stroker versus Bean. There was an attempt at a handshake. We'll see if it goes through. And if I look at the scorecard thus far, Stroker and Bean are currently neck and neck, both with 3-0. Tied for first place currently. I'm trying to see who's next actually on the list. Next one then is Starless with 7 points, and Ase with 5, Blue Nectara with 1 point. Nicely done. All right, there's a final. Yeah, there's a final today. We've flown through the brackets so quickly. I don't see an issue with why not. Let me just get all of this nonsense set up. Starman. There's 2 Starmen, so I'm not sure. And we're just waiting on Bean. Mr. Bean. I do have to play as Joker now, after this. After the finals. I'm genuinely curious what people are complaining about. Alright, either way, we have both players in. Alright, ladies and gents. Why are both of them red? I don't know. Stroker in blue, Bean in red. There we go. This is going to be the whole stock once more. We'll take a look at the builds after the first set. And looking at this here, we are going to see the explosions coming out. Goes for that running attack there. Bean is going to chill out of distance, getting that interrupt there once more. One of the interesting things on Halberd here is you can actually interrupt the greatsword. Into that backstab! Holy! As that offstock is continuing to do its wicked work. Why is he on clean rot? Oh, for fuck's sake. We let it play out. It is going to be a point as Joker though, right off the bat. Gah. We will let it play out though, as we are going to see now. That standing R1 into that onto the offstock now once more. He's already broken the rules. That's what I don't understand. As the backstab comes out now once more. Alright. So we have the swap back over to Rogue Gears. Except me. You can do off Rapier. Off the stocks are banned just for now. Next week I'll probably be looking at them. I'll probably look at making conditional rules for them just for offhands. But at the same time, every conditional rule I put in, a part of me dies. But either way, take a quick peek at the builds, just so we have an idea. 66 strength versus the 48 strength. Both players are now in and ready. As we do have both of them in. I do see actually the swap over from Stroker now. As we do see the funny Nox Whip. Nox Whip, not Nox Whip. Nox Hammer. And we do see that off-stock punish there right off the bat. Beautiful strafe there from the side of Bean. The negative spacing comes through. Once more now from the side of Stroker. Goes to that run R1. Good roll out there from the side of Bean. Oh, tried to go for that BS again. And that beautiful punish. Bean here is taking a little bit of damage on the exchange there. Into that little bit of a trade. But Bean is taking a lot of damage into the Earthshaker. Oh, the beautiful pre-space out there. Into the tier being gone from both of them. And that's going to be the poison applied. Oh, managing to actually land the second one there. Which is something he's done fairly frequently. Oh, and the Earthshaker. Stroker taking a second one. You should use giant skull emoji pot, TBH. Good fight. Absolute scrap of a match. On the Ruin Arc. Be not afraid. We see some slight more changes on the side of Bean. And it does look as though there will be a finals match as well. It's not going to be counted on the challenge or anything, but just for bragging rights, which is the most important thing in the Souls game. Have to inflate the ego somehow, as the bolt is now on its way. And the dagger's right off the bat there to get that hit. And there we have the halberd getting that extra little bit of damage. We're going to see Stroker now go for that. The run R1 comes out again. The off-stock being not quite going on that high enough poise to be able to tank it. Good roll out there from the side of Bean now once more. Ooh, but that strafe attempt was just a little bit too ambitious. Aim punch coming in there, but the negative spacing here on the side of Bean is pretty insane. Getting that nice punish. He tries to get that backstab grab, but unfortunately not able to do it. Trade now once more. Bean locking in. Run R2 is risky here. Both sides very much playing the game here, as Bean is just going to pause out in neutral. Backstep there into a trade. Oh, but the Folix into that bleed. Nom 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 nom. Goes for that. Rogue Ears. Off stock there, trying to get those extra little hits in. Into the whiff punish. That has very much been restored. Being on the scorecard. 1-2. And that's on prediction as well. He's felt out the lat now. He kind of knows where he can and can't get those punishes. But Stroker was very, very low there, which gave him the perfect opportunity to move in for that punish. It was nice. It was very, very nice. Alright, both players are in. We're ready to go. And ladies and gents, 2-1. Although both of these players will meet again in the finals. As we do see an immediate punish right off the bat. Oh, beautiful spacing into that trade. Of course, recognizing that on a trade with Hyper Armor on Halberd, he does get priority in the follow-up with the off-stock, which is really, really nice. Stroker with the very, very minor health lead here. As we do see that off-cat do its wicked work here. We do see the swap back over from the side of Bean. Utilizing that Latbird to excellent effect here is Bean. Ooh! Just about managing to catch at the end of that Earthshaker. And through the fire and the flames here, Bean going for this very, very aggressive play here. Just about missing out there on that hit. Stroker still with quite a substantial health lead here. Onto the Shamshir. Recognizing that he's just close enough as you see the swaps back over onto the Prelate. Getting that extra little bit. Both sides now on Shamshir. Unfortunately, that spinning slash just a little bit overly enthusiastic. But this fight is evened out to within 600 HP yet again. Recognizing that he still has priority even on this latency. Good showing here from the side of Bean. Good rolls here from the side of Bean now once more. Oh! Tries to go for that jump R2, but the Katana is doing a great job of getting those anti-airs. Backwards jump there to try and punish an attempted bit of aggression there from the side of Stroker. Stroker playing a much more careful game. Both sides neck and neck again. Dagger not quite able to get that punish in. And look at that, the recovery of Shamshir. As we're going to see the tier proc. A bloody slash here from the side of Bean might be enough to just proc that tier. Potentially getting an extra little bit of damage here as that jump R2 from Kilo is not going to land. Oh, the strafe! Tries to go for the backswing, it's not going to work out. Oh, but that anti-air, 275. Bean's tier has in fact run out. Into the backswing! Are we going to see the swap over onto that red feather? That desynced halberd comes out there. Bean is not going down without a fight. Doesn't want to drop a stock this tourney. Curious as to why we're not seeing that swap over to even Blessed Do here. Oh, I just missed the roll. GG's. Stroker takes it. And now we're going to get ready for the finals. And I just have to make sure that I've actually set this up correctly. And a best of 7 finals to finish us out here. If players need to take a quick break, I'm down. Just as we get set up for now for the finals. As if I'm unmistaken, 3-1. Yeah, looking at the scorecard here, it is going to be Stroker with 11 points, with 12 points, Bean with 10. All right. So I think we're just going to have a very quick break for like maybe 2 minutes just to reset. I'm just going to refresh my water bottle. So we will be back. Although it does seem... I'm actually just going to use the restroom. So we'll be back in just 2 seconds. All right, folks, we are just back. Just needed a very, very quick break there just for a moment. So we are in fact back looking at the builds here. It is still going to be that 48 strength versus 66 strength on Bean. Let me just reset the scores actually as I'm here, because apparently I forgot to press the save button. That's crazy. There we go. All right. All right. As we are now going to a first to 4. We have both of our players in. Both seem to be ready. Let's crack on with the Shamshir off to end all Shamshir offs. A little bit of pressure right off the bat, but it does seem as a stroker. Oh, nice whiff punish there comes out. As a spin slash. Gets the just at the end of it there as Bean is going to go in for that run R1. Stroker currently behind, not by much. Oh, but another spin slash. Catching him really nastily. Tries to go for that BS, but it is going to be punished. The avarice. The sheer audacity of this man. As a run R2 comes out, possibly going for a run R1 might have been better. Jump R over the top there, right into the fire and flames. Catching Stroker. Getting caught in his model though, which is pretty brutal. As Stroker now has taken a lot of damage. Getting a little bit greedy here is the side of Bean. Getting that punish there. Bean being very, very aggressive. With how latency works, to a certain degree, being aggressive and moving forward is sometimes more preferable to not, as Bean takes the first stock in the finals. GG's. Moving forward is oftentimes an awful lot safer than moving backwards. But of course, reaction rolls being as strong as they are, makes for a huge improvement. Misunderstood instructions through projectiles in neutral for 5 minutes. That also works. Or just Alt F4ing when it's convenient. That also works too. Alright, either way, we have both of our players in. Round 2 of our first to 4 series for the finals. The bolt is out. The player is glug glug glugging. There we have it. Yet more volcano pots coming out here from the side of Stroker. Backswing is not going to land. On this latency, it's going to be much harder to land them. If it's anything like the backswing on straight swords, at any rate, as we do see an immediate tally swap there from the side of Bean, who's at a very slight life disadvantage, and the tray comes through. The higher damage here on the side of Stroker might actually, on the side of Bean, might actually make those interactions very much in Bean's favour as the double roll comes out now once more. Bean here slowly but surely clawing away at that current health lead. 1800 with both sides within 400 HP of each other. Oh, tries to go for that BS again, but that's very risky, especially on this lat. The whiff punish restored into a roll catch chain. Oh, beautiful showing here from the side of Bean, punishing the attempted aggression. That is going to be Bean taking the second stock. Too much Guinness, he's locked in. Yeah, very much so. This should be about anywhere between about 210 and 180 ping. This is somewhere within that bracket. I'd have to ask Bean himself. I'd have to actually check. I forget how much ping I have to Stroker. Also, know it's Peru. It might actually be a little bit more. Either way, both players are in. 2-0. Bean currently taking that lead. Swapping over onto that halberd. No, there's the Rogears. There it is. Electing to go for that into this matchup is kind of interesting, given that he's no guaranteed poise chip. But he is deciding to go up against it versus Shamshir, as that run R2 tries to go for that backstep there to get past on the whiff. Whiff BS. Into that second R1, into the third R1, into the fourth one. Stroker's trying to be as aggressive as possible here, but unfortunately it's just not going to count for very much here as we see that aim down to get that extra little bit of lat. Bean trying to go for a backstab. It's not going to work though, as we see a whiff punish there, which has been restored. And that R2 comes out, but it's alas not going to hit. And that backstep into it goes for the handy tech there once more. Getting that slightly lower recovery. Back. Oh, there we go. The off-stock is out. 9 HP in a dream. Into the trade. Bean 3. Stroker Nihil. And the erect, there it is. The beautiful Nox Hammer. The sledgehammer, if you will. Alright, either way. Both players are in. And the Scythe! Read the Scythe of Relief now, folks. Going for that standing R1. He's just got an R1 from neutral here. Not entirely sure what that was about, but it was very, very interesting. Goes to that running R1. Tries to go for that backstep there to try and get the backstab grab. Hoping perhaps for a trade into the BS. Is he just doing R2s? I can't tell if those are R2s or not. Personally, I don't like Scythe on strength. Goes for that trade there now once more. Tries to go for that run R2, but it is not going to work out. Bean trying to get that backstab grab. Yes, it is. Into the trade. The off-stock is out. Goes for that slight desync there on the side of the Scythe. Goes for yet another trade. Stroker still has the life advantage. Trying to go for a roll BS there. A bit of a funky roll there. Some value tech rolls coming out. Into that another R2. Into another R2. Into another R2! Just slightly messed up that spacing there. Goes for a charged R2. Not the tap. Goes for another trade. Bean is very low. But so is Stroker. Perhaps trying to get that bleed build up. I'm not sure what the innate bleed is. Goes for that little bit of a poke. Bean. Into the R2. Goes for the backswing, managing to land it. And that's going to be Mr. Bean taking the W. Look at him. Can we see the man behind the mask, ladies and gentlemen? Can we see him? Look at this. With his erect hammer. What does Bean look like? Alright, we need to see Bean. Turn around. Here, hang on a second. We can do the thing. We need to just very quickly. This is serious business, folks. Look at him. He's so pretty. It's a long ball sack. GG's to both. Alright, I did say that I wanted to actually have a rattle at Stroker. Just because I'm kind of curious what the lat is. Also, I don't even know what this armor set is. So give me a second. I'm just going to have a very quick best of 3 with Stroker. Just because I'm curious what the lat is. It's so saggy. Which one is Stroker? Stroker is blue. So Starman versus Linestrong. There we go. I'm actually curious what the lat is here. 195. Yeah, that's about what it is. So about 120, 130. Or 230, sorry, between the two of them. Here, I need to turn off scripts and stuff like that. Just give me a moment. There we we go. That should be good. I'm actually going to teleport to make sure that that doesn't crack off. Here, bonus round. Just a best of 3. Because I'm genuinely curious what the deal is. Why everyone's complaining. 3. There we go. First 2. Do I have all of my shit? Yes, I do. Alright. Out of sheer unadulterated curiosity. Good fucking fights, by the way, Bean. You played fucking exceptionally well. Oh, I'm used to DS3 buttons now. Oh, I'm so used to DS3. This is cringe. Why haven't I played this game in 2 weeks? Oh, no, I remember. POV or Irish? Yeah. Oh no, I missed the tag! God damn it. Oh yeah, I'm Bean now, apparently. I was out of stam, that fucking sucks. Oh, almost got that hit in on him as well. That's funny. Is it worth? I can tank one more hit, right? Wrong button. No, I missed the roll. That's doable. That's interesting. Yeah, that's very doable. The double rolls are going to be pretty poor, but like that's just double rolls in general. They're always going to be a bit funky. Where's my rune arc? Stroker 1. There we go. But the Phantom's perfectly manageable. Do I have my third swap there? I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just have to teleport to make sure, because of the version of Den maps I'm on, I have to make sure that I don't catch a... Look at him go! Look at this beautiful man! Fucking epic. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And I get a lot of Phantom, people don't see it. I mean, you do, yeah. I mean, we've seen some of those hits land. This is why those... Is that not trade? Yeah, this is okay. Like, he's probably fatigued as well, remember. He's been playing a lot of matches. Do I have... Yeah, just swap over. Although... Ooh. Oh, I forgot I wasn't on Blue Feather. Oopsies. Oopsies! I think one solid red feather hit should end this. Whew. No! GG's. Yeah, that's fine. That was all okay. There was like one or two hits that were pretty bad phantom, but like, add 30 ping onto that, yeah, y'all are fucking stupid. That's all I have to say to you all. That's completely fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Fighting Shamshir as well with low recovery or whatever. GG, Stroker. Well played, brother. You played phenomenally today, by the way. Alright, folks. I love and appreciate you all. As we see Bean scoot across the world. Wait, hang on a second, chat. You need to see this absolute beast of a man. Look at him fucking go. Look at him go. Holy shit. He's zooming. He's zooming. What an epic gamer. Alright. Stroker. Blue Natara. Starless. Bean. Asse. Y'all are amazing. He's fucking going, boys. What an epic gamer. Lever Blank, thank you so much for the follow. Miss Weems, Alluvial for the gifted sub earlier. Y'all are fantastic. Absolutely epic gamers, every single one of you. He's still fucking going, dude. We're gonna find someplace cozy to send all of you. Someplace nice and warm. I don't know where it is yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So while we do that, YouTube chat, it's been a pleasure as always. Who's live that I don't find offensive? Here. I don't actually know. Here, Donuts live. Let's go to Donut. Thanks again, everyone. Well played. Some really good matches. Some silly ones. A nice little mix of the two. So, yeah, we'll go to Donut. Thank you for the stream. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, Engie. Oh, yeah. Beginner's bracket tomorrow. If you're interested in joining, join the Discord. Exclamation point. Discord, I think. Should bring it up. Yeah, there you go. Go there. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.